Hi there and hello everybody. Welcome back to a daily boost with Love and Action Network. I'm Dr. Flo and I'm loved and lovable, and so are you. Hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are on the planet. We gather intentionally to raise the vibration of hope and love in the world. We recognize today that all is well. All is well. Everything is working out for our highest good. And out of this situation, only good must come for us. Once again, all is well. All is well. Everything is working out for our highest good. Thank you for my pass, Angie. Thank you for the love, Starlight. Thank you for the love, Tara. Thank you for letting me weep into my breakfast sandwich. All is well. All is well. Everything is working out for our highest good. And out of this particular situation that we're standing in, only good must come and we are safe. Say it one more time for the conjurers in the room. All is well. All is well. Everything is working out for our highest good. And out of this situation, only good must come. And we are safe. We can be grateful that we give safety to ourselves daily, and we can be grateful that safety is given to us from a very loving universe. Our angels and ancestors today want us to water our dreams, to be committed to our personal journey, and to find balance. And I'm going to read the affirmations for these, and then we'll get into our standard programming here. Thank you for being here. Go to lovedandlovable.org if you're interested in learning more about our work. It's a very simple message, but it's very profound for those who seek freedom. This idea of being happy, healthy, and free from all suffering, we raise that every day here, and it's working for us. We're happier, we're healthier mentally and physically, and we're getting free from suffering. In fact, I'm free right now. There's nothing bothering me in this present moment. And that's the gift. All I desire is on its way to me, but like a seed, we've been talking about needs and seeds, y'all. All I desire is on its way to me, but like a seed, my dreams too must be watered. My belief and determination is what makes them grow. I will be patient throughout this journey. It is all unfolding at the perfect time. Water my dreams. Thank you, StarlightMysticBotanica.com, StarlightMysticBotanica.com, StarlightMysticBotanica.com for these mindful message cards to help us remain fresh and crispy in our revelations. All I desire is on its way to me, but like a seed, my dreams too must be watered. My belief and determination is what makes them grow. I will be patient throughout this journey. It is all unfolding at the perfect time. Speaking of journey, it's personal. I follow what feels right within me without needing validation from others. We are each on our own journey, and mine does not need to look like anybody else's. My enjoyment and satisfaction is validation enough. I follow what feels right within me without needing validation from others. We are each on our own journey, and mine does not need to look like anyone else's. My enjoyment and satisfaction is validation enough. And lastly, the cards are asking me to find balance. Emotional balance, spiritual balance, physical balance. I surround myself with people I love and enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture my relationship with myself. I have found a healthy balance between being with friends and having self-care time. Once again, I surround myself. Love and Action Network is part of that surrounding, that cocooning, that comfort, that cozy. Love in Action Network is a cozy vibration. I surround myself with the cozy vibration of people that I love and enjoy my time with. And I also take time to nurture my relationship with myself. I have found a healthy balance between being with friends and having self-care time. Some of you were here earlier in the year and last year when I was talking about how I lost respect for myself over the years. The pandemic happened and kind of threw me off, weakened my resolve, and then somehow in all of that, I lost respect for myself. It's important that we take self-care time and that we nurture our relationships with ourselves so that we respect ourselves. You can only respect someone that you know. Dr. Flo. You can only respect someone truly and deeply that you are intimately. Now, I'm not talking about the casual respect and the kindness that you give to strangers and to friends because they're worthy of respect. I'm talking about a deep and meaningful respect. You can only give deep and meaningful respect to someone that you are in proper, harmonious relationship with. And sometimes that's us and sometimes it's not. I enjoy my time with people, but I also take time to nurture my relationship with myself. The great prophetess Whitney Houston said, learning to love yourself is the greatest gift of all. The question is, how can I love myself more today? Is there a way? As the poet Adrian Murray Brown says, is there a way that I can let go? Can I look in the mirror and love me more? Can I look in the mirror and love myself more? On Heart Chakra Wednesdays, we always circle back to this emotion of love. The affirmation of the day is I love. I love myself. I love my community. Drop what you love in the chat over on Bigo, folks, and I'll read them out for all posterity. I love how tuned in I am with my emotions today. I love how I'm taking one moment, one breath, 1 minute at a time. I love the harmony that I'm coming into with myself. I love that I've discovered how loved and lovable I am. Tara says, I love myself as a mom. Yes. I love each breath I take. I love my excitement when I see animals outside. Yes. Recognizing that what we appreciates. The things that we booty clap for are the things that get bigger. And so anytime that you can express an I love statement, you're attracting more of that to yourself. We say every day in Love in Action Network that love is looking for you. And knowing what you love makes space for more things to love and appreciate. Her loving that experimental mindset and the animals and the breath is going to make room for more. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. On Heart Chakra Day, we focus on our wellness in love, our ability to love and be loved. We focus on our ability to let love in, to be penetrated by love, to take that vulnerable step to allow love to overtake all of the nonsense. We look around our spaces playing I Spy, looking for green. There's a little bit of green in this water bottle from superfan Angie. That green, we've programmed ourselves by looking for the color green to focus on wisdom, money, luck, abundance, fertility, healing. learning to manifest, learning to be in nature like the green grass, and learning to trust ourselves and those around us, moving at the speed of trust. Maybe you could train yourself that the color green would make room inside of you to move at the speed of trust today. I love that I move at the speed of trust. If you can't trust, be patient. Goodness and mercy is following you all the days of your life. And that's on period, as the cool kids say. Today's Kwanzaa principle is Ujamaa, cooperative economics. This idea that the economy of love and hope, and joy and resources are all in this interdependent web. I am because we are. We are because I am. And this flow of words of affirmation, money, energy, whatever, that cooperation is what is actually making things manifest more quickly for us. That we're not in opposition with our economics. We are moving in tandem, in parallel, and we are cooperating with our resources. Some of you were here earlier when I said I have 23 cents in my name, but because of cooperative economics with Poppy Water and cooperative economics with the way in which I help to manage and run this home, we've got food. We have everything we need. We have abundance because of the cooperative economics. If I was watching the bank and watching the bank account and all of that, I could fall out of cooperation with my own economy of love. Do not fall out of cooperation with your own economy of love. Make sure that your economy of love is working with you to co-create that happiness and that healthiness and that freedom from suffering that we talked about. There's some who are new to this work, so you're kind of wondering, like, what is going on? This is a 7-day pillar challenge made by Poppy Water of the House of Mommy Water. It takes us 7 days of the week through all of the chakra systems, or the chakras within the chakra system, and it allows us to grow. It allows us to use foods and colors and things to reprogram our minds to the good that we desire and deserve. So to you, it may look like hocus pocus, because how could the color green bring me more wisdom? Well, if you focus on wanting to be more wise every time you see the green rug that's here in the studio, you may begin to do more wise things. If you focus on the energy of trust every time you see the green lights light up on my displays here, you may begin to trust yourself through the law of hypnotic rhythm. The things that you think about and the things that you program yourself to every day is what will come to you. This is law. You cannot think about making an omelet and end up making an apple pie. I've never gone to make an omelet and been trusting myself and moving in the trust of making an omelet, and then all of a sudden, like, how did this pie get here? You know, it all begins somewhere through the power of your thought. And if you can do this, you can do this. And a lot of people in our community are reporting back that this stuff works. And if the community isn't reporting back, and they are, I'm reporting. Looking at the manifestation of the color green in the grass. The grass just doesn't cease to manifest. Why not program myself to remember that I too am growing like the grass? But once again, we're moving in cooperation with the people in our lives. We're moving in harmony with the economy of hope and love in our hearts. We're not pushing against, because resistance makes stronger. We're just in that flow. We're eating foods like kiwis, limes, green apples, and leafy greens, and we're allowing them to focus our energies and settle our energies on the abundance that is. We're affirming that we love more deeply today than we ever have, and we can use tools like crystals, rose quartz, green aventurine, rhodonite, emerald, and green calcite to elevate our love vibration. Now we'll pray into these rocks change your day? Question mark. If you believe it. The great prophet and master teacher Jesus allegedly said that according to your faith, be it unto you. I can bob and weave. 1 minute we can talk about crystals, and 1 minute we can talk about Yeshua. That master teacher allegedly said that according to your faith, according to your belief, according to what you believe in, that's how big your life will grow. So like I said, y'all don't have to believe in the crystals or anything like that, but according to your beliefs, that will be your life. Thoughts become things. I could hear the great teacher of the Course in Miracles, terrible, help me remember his name. He always says that whatever you allow to flow through you, Earl Purdy, whatever you allow to flow through you will flow to you. There you go. Purdy. P-U-R-D-Y. No nonsense, bare bones teacher of the Course in Miracles, which is another philosophy that I subscribe to that helps me stay free. He teaches that whatever energies you allow to occupy your mental space or your heart space or your spiritual space, whatever energies you allow to flow through you is the exact kind of life you have. I can tell what kind of lives people have by the things they say and the energies they allow to flow through them and the manifestations around. So I've got crystals around because I dabble in these spiritual spaces. There's some selenite under the Christmas tree behind me. But that only clears the BS if I'm clearing the BS. Opening up my heart space and my chest center to inhabit the good of the things I love. Amplifying that love. And when you are not anchored in your heart chakra, when you are not anchored in your love center, you won't be able to love. You will not be able to give. That number 2 emotion on the emotional guidance scale of being passionate. A lot of people lack passion because they're not in tune with what they love. Remember from the 7-Day Pillar Challenge, we start on Sundays in our root chakra talking about who we are, I am, and then we move on Tuesdays into I feel. Mondays into I feel, then Tuesdays into I do, and then Wednesdays I love. One more time since I got tongue-tied. Sundays are I am. Mondays are I feel. Tuesdays are all about the work we do, which is not always work of our hands. It could be a spiritual exercise or a mental exercise and practice. It could be you just sitting still. You could be doing something by sitting still and recognizing your inner divinity and calling on the guidance of this week's theme in Love and Action Network that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But a lot of people are not passionate because they don't know what they love. And knowing what you love and knowing what brings you joy is where your passion is. But you won't be able to have that if you're imbalancing your heart chakra or not connecting to love. And you won't be able to receive love. And you'll always be looking for external gratification. We talk about this every Wednesday. You cannot fill a bucket that has holes in it. So if you've shot up your life with self-doubt and fear, if you were shooting up your bucket, little Liza, there's a hole in my bucket, little Liza. I got the reference finally. If you're shooting up your own life bucket with self-doubt, and we don't allow people in Love and Action Network to speak badly about themselves in our presence. And we finally this week squashed all of the sarcasm about our brilliance. We don't allow sarcasm about our brilliance or speaking bad about our loved and lovable personhood because that shoots holes in your buckets, and then you wonder why you are going around in life looking for external gratification and trying to get booty claps from people. It's because there are holes in your buckets that you put there, little Liza. But you don't have to do that anymore. When you're aligned with your heart, aligned with loving energy, aligned with your presence and your power, you become more loving. Now, let me be very clear about this. Your love does not need to look like anybody else's love. There's a thing that people do and humans do where they try to like grade your love. If your love is pure and your love is real, it is enough. People say like, oh, I can tell you love me, Dr. Flo, but you don't love me like you love Tara. I can tell you love me, Dr. Flo, but you don't love me the way you love Starlight. I can tell you love me, Dr. Flo, but you don't love me the way you love Angie and Poppy. You know, this little scorecard that we have, external scorecard about love, fucks us. That's my technical language today. Don't do that. Allow your love to grow beyond the internal and external scorecard. Recognize deeply and profoundly that you are loved and lovable. Recognize that you are peaceful in the world, and that allows you to accept your loved and lovable heart and to accept yourself exactly as you are. I love you too. You're a good person, Angie. Everyone who made you feel like you were not easy to love was a liar. Or they just didn't want to fuck with you. And that's cool too. But you are easy to love to me. And I see very clearly. I see very clearly. I'm gifted with the gift of sight. I have vision. I'm a visionary. I can see the intangible. I can see the invisible. I saw a baby before there was one. I can't cry about it no more today. But I saw a baby before there was one. Before there was a 3D body scan ultrasound, I just saw a baby. We're so powerful. We are so powerful. I love how powerful I am. I love how grounded I am. I love how loved and lovable I am. And this is not something special. We have not made the t-shirts yet because Dr. Flo kind of moves at the speed of trust. But there's a shirt I want to make that talks about I'm not a unicorn. Remember that, Tara? I'm not a unicorn. I'm not better than you. I'm not worse than you. I never pretended. People think that I think that I'm better than them. How could I? I got 23 cents in the bank, right? Help me, Jesus. The black one. This is about knowing that you're loved and lovable and being unshakable in that resolve, being unshakable in your faith. Standing on the mountain of your life and saying yes. I haven't read this poem in over a decade, but it's on me today. It's from Andrea Gibson. I don't think Tara's ever heard me read this, but I'm going to read this. It's a long one, but I'm going to try to make it in addition to the beating. But it's on my heart heavy, and there's a reason why I need to read this. This poem is called Say Yes. And then we'll do the melody beady, 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact, which we've been doing for years to set our hearts free. Andrea Gibson, who I believe is trans now, but I may be speaking out of turn. Love to the trans people. Love to Palestine. Love to anybody who wants to be free here. Honestly. Never surrender your freedom to assholes who should be minding their business. Say yes. When two violins are placed in a room, if one chord on a violin is struck, the other violin will sound the note. If this is your definition of hope, this is for you. The ones who know how powerful we are. The ones who know we can sound the music in the people around us simply by playing our own strings. For the ones who sing life into broken wings, open their chest and offer their breath as wind on a still day when nothing seems to be moving. Spare those intent on proving God is dead. For you, when your fingers are red from clutching your heart, so will beat faster. For the time you mastered the art of giving yourself for the sake of someone else. For the ones who have felt what it is to crush the lies and lift truth so high the steeples bow to the sky. This is for you. This is also for the people who wake early to watch flowers bloom, who notice the moon at noon on a day when the world has slapped them in the face with its lack of light. For the mothers who feed their children first and thirst for nothing when they're full. This is for women and for the men who taught me only women bleed with the moon, but there are men who cry when women bleed. Men who bleed from women's wounds, and this is for that moon. On that night she seems hung by a noose for the people who cut her loose, for the people still waiting for the rope to burn, about to learn they have scissors in their hands. This is for the man who showed me the hardest thing about having nothing is having nothing to give. Who said the only reason to live is to give ourselves away. This is for the day we'll quit our jobs and work for something real. We'll feel the sunshine in the shadows, look for sun rays in the shade. This is for people who rattled the cage that slave wage built, and for the ones who didn't know the filth until tonight, but right now are beginning songs that sound like people turning their porch lights on and calling the homeless back home. This is for all the shit we own, and for the day we'll learn how much we have when we learn to give that shit away. This is for doubt becoming faith, for falling from grace and climbing back up, for trading our silver platters for something that matters, like the gold that shines from our hands when we hold each other. This is for the grandmother who walked 1,000 miles on broken glass to find that single patch of grass to plant a family tree where the fruit would grow to laugh. For the ones who know that the math of war has always been subtraction, so they live like an action of addition. For you, when you give like every star is wishing on you, and for the people still wishing on stars, this is for you too. This is for the times you went through hell so someone else wouldn't have to. For the time you taught a 14-year-old girl she was powerful. This is for the time you taught a 14-year-old boy he was beautiful. For the radical anarchist, for the radical anarchist asking a Republican to dance. Because what's the chance of everyone moving from right to left if the only moves they see are NBC and CBS? This is for no becoming yes, for scars becoming breath, for saying I love you to people who will never say it to us, for scraping away the rust and remembering how to shine, for the dime you gave away when you didn't have a penny, for the many beautiful things we do, for the song we've ever sung, for refusing to believe in miracles because miracles are the impossible becoming true, and everything is possible. This is for the possibility that guides us and for the possibilities still waiting to sing and spread their wings inside us. Because tonight Saturn is on his knees, proposing with all his 10,000 rings that whatever song we've been singing, we sing even more. The world needs us right now more than it ever has before. Pull all your strings, pull every chord. If you're writing letters to the prisoner, start tearing down the bars. If you're handing out flashlights in the dark, start handing out stars. Never go a second hushing the percussion of your heart. Play loud. Play like you know the clouds have left too. Many people cold and broken, and you're the last chance for sun. Play like there's no time for hoping brighter days will come. Play like the apocalypse is only 4, 3, 2, but you have a drum inside your chest that could save us. You have a song like a breath that could raise us. Like the sunrise into a dark sky that cries out blue. Play like you know we won't survive if you don't, and we will if you do. Play like Saturn is on his knees, proposing with all his 10,000 rings, that we give every single breath. This is for saying yes. This is for saying yes. It was a cold read. I haven't read that in like 10 years. And she takes turns with it, but whew, this is her saying yes. Saturn is on its knees, proposing with its 10,000 rings to you as a creation of the Most High. Get into it. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's day 4. We're working through 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beatty. We're in week 20. We're almost halfway there, folks. YOLO. The author, Melody Beatty, says, a friend has a cat that likes to drag chipmunks into the house to play. I called my friend one day when he was in the midst of a frenzy. The cat brought another chipmunk in. He brings it in, drops it off at my office. The chipmunk freaks out, starts running up my leg, realizes what he's done, and then goes berserk. Now, one of them, I think it was the cat, just crashed into the window and broke it. Sometimes we all panic, but panic doesn't help. Guidance does. The inventory focus of the day is, are you panicking because of some problem in your life? Does the problem seem unsolvable? Don't panic. If you are, take a deep breath. If you don't know what to do next, it's because you haven't been shown yet. Are you panicking because of some problem in your life? Question mark. Does the problem seem unsolvable? Question mark. Don't panic. I have so much going on in my life, y'all. I have public and private pains. What's important is that I don't panic. What's important is that I take my own medicine. That I'm calm under pressure. Remember, crazy people make us crazy. So they'll always be trying to put you under pressure or some kind of microscope. Don't take the bait. Remain calm under pressure. Don't panic. If you are, take a deep breath. If you don't know what to do next, it's because you haven't been shown yet. And I trust that you will be shown. I made an agreement with my ancestors. Some of y'all know the prayer I pray when you're not around. Clearly show me. Show me clearly. I will wait. All of you will be revealed to me. All of you are being revealed. Some of you are already revealed. Some of you will continue to be revealed. But I pray a very simple prayer about these situations. All of them. Clearly show me. Show me clearly. I will wait. And the people who know me well know that I do. I do. Tara says, worrying about everything. Worry about everything. Panic about nothing. That's what a dude on a pod I listen to says. Worry about everything. Panic about nothing. Interesting. I don't want to worry or panic. I understand what he's saying, but I believe, just to add into this cipher of wisdom and this co-sharing of knowledge, I believe that worrying is like praying for things you don't want. I also mentioned in here that most of the things that we worry about, Tara, never happen. Think about it. And we're very strong-minded, professionally driven project management people. We are power admins and leaders. And I mean, I'll ask you, since I'm taking an inquiry stance, what percentage of the things that you have worried about have come true? I'm going to call it I don't know, 5%, 7%, 10%, 12%. Still not bad, but What would be the percentage that you would say of the things that you were worried about and panicked about that honestly hit the fan? Like if we were to look back in the data of all of this stuff, and I'm not DQing or disqualifying people's philosophies and the ways in which they get through this very crazy human existence. Oh, really? Tara says that 55% of the things she worries about comes true, and 45% of the things do not come true. Interesting. Okay. I would say that 95% of the things I worry about personally never happen. Never happen. I've never been any of these things that I imagined in the sunken place. My worst case scenarios, I don't know how hyperbolic you all's minds are, or how imaginative you all are, but the way my imagination is set up, because it ain't practical, and it ain't always grounded, I would say about 95% of the shit that I worry about. Never having another vocal student, never singing on a stage again, never having a place to live, never being fucked, fed, or financed. Come on. Being left and abandoned. I've never been left and abandoned. It's one of my biggest fears. It's why people under psychological language have insecure attachments and things. They're afraid they're going to be abandoned, that they're going to be alone. I couldn't be alone if I tried. Personal narrative. So mine is 95.5, which is clean math. And yes, 45, 55 will get you there. But for me, it's like 95% of the shit that I have even talked to you about. While it's been bleak at times, the majority of that shit never came true. It just didn't. For me, it just did not come true. It was never as catastrophic or as awful as I was about. And this is why the teaching today is to not panic. Whether you are at 45, 55% catastrophe accuracy, or if you're 95.5, I am giving that the 5% things do go bad, you know. But for me, all of my dark imaginings, you know, I've told myself before that I would never make it to a stage again and then went to Broadway. I've told myself that I would never, you know, have another partner in Poppy Exist. I told myself that I would be out in the streets, you know. Ain't never gonna happen. I'm loved and supported. So, yeah, don't panic. If you are, and that's allowed, take a breath. And if you don't know what to do next about your situation, it's because you haven't been shown yet. And I just gave you a very simple prayer that's very non-judgmental and non-dogmatic. I think everybody in the room who wants freedom in their lives can co-sign to clearly show me clearly, I will wait. Even if it's you praying to yourself and talking to yourself. Because some people don't believe in prayer, they don't believe in God or whatever. So say it to yourself. Sit in a quiet moment, put on some good music like the ones in my track. I can send you a link of this track if you want it. It's free, like everything else on the planet. And just sit there with yourself and just say, clearly show me clearly, I will wait. It's usually the last part of that prayer. It's usually the last part of that prayer that causes people the most issues. They can be clear with being shown clearly and clearly shown and shown clearly and clearly shown. The problem that most people have, like I said, while sitting on top of 23 cents, is waiting. But if you pray earnestly, show me clearly, clearly show me, I will wait and wait. I promise you, the illumination will come. All of these people around me are being revealed in the truth of who they are daily. I'm being revealed to them and they're being revealed to me daily. Show me clearly, clearly show me, I'll wait. This is not a reactive kind of prayer. This is not a trying to fix it and make it happen and worrying about it. This is like a little Miss Muffet on her tuffet, waiting on divine wisdom to come. The caveat to this statement and to this prayer is that when the wisdom does come, leave her alone. Leave him alone. Leave that job. Look for a new job. Sing that song differently. Sphincters sing less. When the guidance does come, and it's always going to come after waiting, are you going to be willing to actually take the action? Which is why that's the name of this whole operation. I'll go to the website now. Love in Action Network. We put love in action. We're not perfect people. We don't have all the answers. Clearly, we don't even, we're still researching things. There's part of resources. There are portions of resources on the site that I don't even know what it means. We discovered earlier today. But the answers are coming for that too. Go to loveandlovable.org if you'd like. Donate to our cause. You can click there to give cheerfully. You can donate by PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You can check out my Amazon wish list. I don't even know what's on that. Fine. You can also do anonymous donations there. Going back home, you can then click on Explore Our Network. You can RSVP to events. You can peruse through our frequently asked questions. You can join our network for song, smell, support, and shenanigans. And you can also apply to work here or audition to be in the shows that I've been practicing. Y'all like to pretend like y'all don't see me practicing for the show. Don't ask me for an audition. Don't ask me to work for me. Y'all always come back like every 5 to 7 years being like, can I sing? Apply an audition on lovedandlovable.org. Email helen@lovedandlovable.org if you would like an audition packet and an application kit. I'm going to land in gratitude today. We produced hundreds of episodes in Love in Action Network and Love City Arts, what it was formerly called. We're online daily. If you look back in our archives, you're going to see offerings from Tara Praolo's studio. You're going to see offerings in the House of Mommy Water, the Casual Coach, A Lot of Snacks 5, Starlight Mystic Botanica. There's hundreds of podcast episodes, I think like 170, so that's not hundreds, but there's over 100 episodes of encouragement. And so you can go and check out our newsletter and podcast there. The podcast is primarily platformed on Spotify and Apple Music. And our newsletter and daily events announcements and all of our focuses on the chakra and our energies are there in full display at loveinactionnet.substack.com. And I drop these links every day to those of you who are outside of the circle of trust, so that you can have an invitation. And when I look at you in your face in 2 minutes, 2 years, 20 years, and say, it's funny that you miss me, because I'm present to those in my community every day. I'll say it just like that. You can't miss love, because love is looking for you. You cannot miss it. Some of y'all are going, moo, moo, nobody loves me, nobody cares, I'm so lonely. Love is looking for you. Y'all reject my love every day to go and fight with your family and friends. You reject my love every day to go complain. You reject my love every day to blame me for the good that you deserve but you don't have. Like I told Poppy Water this morning, you're going to have a good or bad day according to your beliefs. Whatever kind of day you believe you deserve, abracadabra. So thank you to the donors and sponsors. Thank you to family and friends. We're calling for a ceasefire of the heart. We're calling for a ceasefire of the mind, ceasefire of the spirit, and a ceasefire on the planet. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. And this morning or afternoon, because I need it, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free of all suffering. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free of all suffering. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free of all suffering. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Thank you, Father, Mother God, and thank you, Father, Mother God, in me. We're here 7 days a week. Tomorrow, we will have a Daily Boost filed and recorded by Lotta Snacks 5 across platforms. He will be handling and ministering or talking about or sharing about the power of our speaking from the throat chakra. And then I'll be back on Friday to talk about our vision, what we see with our spiritual eyes and our physical eyes through the third eye chakra. And then I will land this week on what was my day off, but we had a baby. And by we, I mean the network. And so my day off, Saturday, will be us landing or arriving into our crown chakra, which is all about what we understand and what we know. I'm joyfully without complaint. In fact, it's getting easier and easier every day. It's the easiest it's ever been. But I'm joyfully covering for the wonderful Tara Praolo Studio, who you can check out at tarapraolo.com. As she is on a FMLA assignment, bringing new life into the planet, which is hope for us all. Okay? Lovedandlovable.org will help you find the way to your happy. And until next time, stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. I'm Dr. Flo, I'm loved and lovable, and so are you. And I'll see you around.